for me, like that event, putting care at the center is about building community. And so, as individuals in our care model, we emphasize, people's support system. How do we look for individuals who are, already there, whether it's a relative, a family member, a friend, the person next door, the person at the corner store, and, highlight those individuals and help to support those individuals so that once we're out of the picture, that individual's, person still has that network that they can continue to rely on. And so I think, this convening is important in that it builds out our network. It's just not a Camden specific issue. This is a broader issue that's happening in various parts of the country and various, parts of town, cities that might feel isolated in many respects when you're engaged in these problems, which may feel, overwhelmingly huge. And so these forums, bring those communities together to think about, what are the best practices? How can we systematically approach this in a very methodical, strategic, and, just practical way in order to break down some of these silos and really share those, best practices across our communities. Because there's a lot of great work being done, but it's not always emphasized or highlighted. And so this is a way that can be done. So I'm looking forward to conversation just around more cross-sector collaboration. And so again, going back to the point about, breaking down silos and how, traditionally, healthcare sits here, social service entities sit here, and there's really not much talk, or if there is talk, it's only around, individual cases. And so there's a lot of conversation, nationally and at this convening that will be about, how do we start to have that communication pathway structured in a way that's, can meet the needs not just of our systems, but of individuals. How do we increase data sharing, right? What are the things that we need to do in terms of data sharing partnerships, the legality of it? How do we walk through? So very high level, but then also very practical ways in which we can advance the movement. And so that's something that I'm looking forward to. I feel like, oftentimes it's a family reunion of just folks who are doing great work and just getting that energy and just, again, hearing, the great work that folks are doing is just very encouraging. It helps me, others, to come back to your community and say, all right, there are others, aligned. How can we move forward together?